Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance, we are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vibra Live. Busy as hell today. Was doing the Texan tailgate with the homies earlier. Not even the boys. With the wolf pack over there. So check that out. It was good talking with Erwin, Crypto Compassion, Texan OG. You know, we love the Texan community over there. Guys, the bubbles, let's check it out. You know, AI, definitely one of the narratives that is solidifying itself. Uniswap now moving, that huge pump we saw, amazing. That means, could we be following last cycle? And Chainlink starts to move, Uniswap, Compound, Aave, Quant, and then we start getting our DeFi Summer 2.0. That's what I'm looking forward to. And now ETH is starting to move, and we need this. I've been telling people for a while, until ETH clears 3K and starts pushing up to like 33, 34, 3,500, I don't think Pulsechain is going to do much. We need to see some profits be taken over there and then money bridged over to Pulsechain, and then I think we're going to run. But you always have your outliers. You know, Alien is going crazy. PTGC, the burners. It's awesome, guys. But Flare, shout out to Goo God. That's the one that we just can't stop talking about. There's so much going on there, and I just know people are sleeping on it. I see so much about Chainlink. But what Flare's doing, what they're building, is on a different level, guys. So if you don't know about Flare, the staking opportunities right now, you could double your bag. There's 24 more monthly drops. So you buy your Flare, you download the Bifrost wallet, you wrap it, and then you delegate it. Every month, it qualifies you for that drop. Every month. So for the next 2 years, passive income. And then on top of that, you earn your weekly, or it's bi-weekly, every 3.5 days, you per epoch, you get paid. So it's nonstop passive income. It's up like 5x from the bottom, but still no one's talking about it really in the mainstream. And these are the times you want to get in before the hype. You know, how I've been telling you guys about Saucerswap and Hedera, Karate Combat, that ecosystem for years now. And we're finally starting to see it really go viral. BitBoy fighting this week opened up so many people's eyes to karate and how interactive it is with the community and how much better it is than the UFC. So there's some other altcoins on there: Dovu, Galaxy, Jam, Centex. There's Gems and Hedera DeFi. It's in its first cycle. That's where all the profits are. Cycle 1. That's why we love Pulsechain. First cycle. And Flare, same thing. Just launched, you know, a year or so ago. And then Arbitrum, Vortex, and I saw too that the Metis alts are really starting to move. You know, we talked about that a while ago. And when we first started getting into the plays over there, that's what I like to see. I want to see the L2s really start to pump, and that to me will solidify or let me know Pulsechain will start to move. I think it's going to just be last. Hex was last cycle, and I just think it's going to happen again. Well, I just think people, the bigger wallets, have their money on ETH. They take profits from Ethereum and then bridge it over to Pulsechain. I think the on-chain metrics kind of speak for themselves, but that's all right. This gives us time to accumulate and stack the bags that you missed out on, you overlooked, or whatever. Oh, the Flare wallet, it's the Bifrost wallet. I don't know why I keep saying Bitfrost, but bifrostwallet.com. This is the one I use. It's super easy right here. And then once you have it in here, you're gonna click on Flare and then you wrap it. And then once you have your wrap Flare in your wallet, you just like click on it and then right click and delegate. And then you'll go through and choose your two validators, and that's it. It's super easy. And then you just claim it. I claim once a week and then the monthly drops. So, 5 times a month, and it's great. And we're still 2/3 of the airdrops are yet to come. So it's not like, yeah, it sucks that you didn't catch the beginning of it, but you know what? Still, a year from now, once you've got 12 of them, there's still another 11 or 12 left. It's going to feel pretty damn good when the coin is at $1 or more. So that's when the opportunity is, guys, when you're early. And it feels like, man, no one's talking about this. There's so much else going on. Should I really be buying this? Yes, that's the time. Holy, pumping like hell. Diamond, Axis. I love these bubbles. This just looks so cool. Texan over here doing this little thing. Shout out to the Texan crew. Yeah, well, Atomic. Yeah, I don't like Atomic Wallet mode for that. I mean, it works, but I think Bifrost is just a little bit easier. But yeah, guys, GPU too. This is the AI play on ETH. Node AI. It's been pumping like hell. I mean, we talked about it at like 4 cents down here. We got it last week. It was up to 25 cents earlier today. I mean, I think it's going to pull back to about, I don't know, 16, 17 cents, maybe bounce sideways and then push back up again. But definitely, if you want an AI gem on ETH, there's one right there. And then Metal, shout out DGen Gem Hunter. Metal Robots. This thing is a friggin' gem too. It's only $17 million market cap. It's at 5 cents. Like, he put this thing in at like $1 million, I think. And I faded it for a little bit, but had to pull the trigger. I love that. And then the last one too we've been talking about is Storage Coin, WSTOR on Polygon. I mean, this is tiny. It's only a $400,000 market cap. And once I saw Filecoin, Arweave, Siacoin start to move, I like these type gems over here. This is like one of the brand new smallest projects out here, but it's risky. It's risky. If you want a solid play, Filecoin, Sidecoin, you can't go wrong. But again, what's the upside for that? So I'd rather lose $100 or $200 in something like this than put $500 in Filecoin to 5x it or something. So anything else moving over here? Gamify, just the Metis alts starting to take off. And then, man, the burners, Alien. Somebody sold $50,000 of Alien. And what did they buy with it? HEX, which that's super bullish, guys. That somebody's rotated 50K out of Alien into HEX, and this thing's getting bought back right up. I mean, that's a massive sale right there. I mean, geez. Wreck that chart immediately, and it's bouncing right back up. So this is bullish as hell. But we talked about it yesterday or 2 days ago. Sorry, that the leverage plays right now are where it's at. Facing reality's been all on point. He's been all over this. And if you look at like 808 versus PTGC, right here, and look at where it's at. So we'll go to the daily, and it's at the bottom of its freaking range. All right, we'll go to an hour. I mean, look at this. I mean, you're talking a 4x back to that local high right there. And it was up at 5 cents or 0.05 PTGC. So that's like what, a 7x from here against PTGC. And the same thing with Liquid. But you got to make sure you're on the chart. You're against the one. Like I have liquid pulse on here. So you got to look at the liquid PTGC chart and then move it to PTGC right here. Don't put it on USD. And then same thing. Let's see where this is at. Yep. So look at that. Same thing. We came out in November, shot up to 0.036. December made it up to 0.02. And then right now it's bottomed. It's finally bottomed out, it looks like, and now making its way back up. So we're same thing, a 7 or 8x against PTGC. So, you know, that since we held PTGC so early and we made so hundreds of X's, you know, from here on out, what's the ups? What can PTGC do? $1 billion market cap. And so what's from here? What's that? 50x. So PTGC can do a 50x. I think Liquid and Burn can do 100x, if not more. So at this point, it's time for me to rotate into the bottoms. And the same thing with Pulse and PulseX. You know, we play the ratio game there too. And now's the time to hold Pulsechain. And once that ratio gets above 3, you can maybe start 10% into PulseX. Once it gets to 3.25, 20% more. And then once it gets a 3.5, 3.75, look for it to start coming back up. And you just play that ratio game with Pulse and PulseX. You can stack both your bags. It takes about, I would say, a good 6, sometimes 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, where you just have to hold patiently. But that's all right. They'll come back and you can find the channels. And just if you need help, that's the beauty of the market we're at now. There's so many Telegram groups and Discord servers of people willing to help where you can bounce ideas from. Like Coexistence Stevens is crushing it. Sonny's crushing it. Coach, TG Zen, Shaka, Goo God, Hunt, DGen Gem Hunter, Chaos Chris. There's so many people that are willing to help out if you just ask. And that's what makes me so bullish on this whole community. And PulseLaunch too, guys, this thing coming up. I'm genuinely shocked. Like I've been in the community HEX since day one, Pulse since day one, and I haven't seen the amount of HEX OGs supporting this. I don't see anybody freaking out, putting up FUD videos. You know, for the most part, everybody's bullish on it, and that is almost a first. So I'm really excited for this. Donovan is crushing it. He just did an awesome stream with Crypto Coffee. Check that out. He's been with the captain. He's been with Axis, with Corey, you know, everyone in the community. And he's well liked everywhere he goes. He's a good person and he doesn't change. And it's hard not to like someone like that. And when his partner from Ferrum Networks, I mean, what that coin did last project or last cycle, doing over 100x, I believe. I mean, they have the experience, they have followers, and then they have, I think the most important part is Sensei. You know, if you have a marketing company, a professional, actually not even company, an agency that has worked with the biggest brands in the world, you know, video games, movies, ads. I mean, they know how to get in front of eyes. And if we want Pulsechain to get in front of eyes, a great project with an even better marketing team, man, I think that's how we can potentially break through with everyone in the community supporting it, a huge marketing push. I think we can start to break through. So I'm really excited for this, guys. We got 5 days left, just over until the launch. 5 days, 14 hours. So Saturday, I believe at noontime. Nope, I lied. Sorry. It's now at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, March 2nd. So 11 o'clock a.m. on March 2nd, PST. So definitely check that out. And Goo God, Alien, new all-time highs, crushing it. The stat board, I love this. Only 872 holders, guys. We're that early. And look at this chart. I mean, if this doesn't make you bullish, seeing a $50,000 dump straight up come through and get bought right back up, man, I don't know. I don't know what can make you more bullish. I mean, it's almost up 50% from that wick. And that was early. Holy shit, that's right. That was earlier today. Man, it feels like it was yesterday. Crazy. So yeah, guys, here's a gem for you. AIPG, $13 million market cap. It's brand new. I mean, I just found it on Trade Ogre. It's super easy to get on here. You literally sign up with the email address, no KYC, nothing. And this other X edgy, whatever, way more volume, but I don't care. It was easy for me to get on Trade Ogre, and AI is the narrative right now. Nvidia, what happened Friday changed everything. That earnings statement sent shockwaves around the industry. It's all anyone's talking about. So I'm glad I scooped this bag up when I did. We got Cubics too, which is another gem. That's on Trade Ogre. And then the other one was AI Power Grid. And then XNA, AI is super small market cap too. There it is. AI. There we go. Oh wow, never mind. $37 million market cap. I lied. It's much bigger. But I scooped this up and I'm getting wrecked. But I only put $100 into it because it was on Trade Ogre. I just FOMO'd right in. Barely did any research. But that's all right. When you're up 5x on GPU, you can afford to take a little bit and move it around. But this right here, what I did, this move, right, from GPU, I bought down here at 4 cents, right? So taking a little bit of profits out of here right now, okay. But once we come halving and post halving, I'm not going to be rotating like this. Because if I did this when ETH is $75, $80 a transaction, and then I buy this bag and it dips down 30% and GPU pumps 20%, $150 in gas fees on top, it goes sideways once or twice, all your profits are gone. So my rule, what I'm doing this cycle is I am not rotating into anything after the halving. I'm going to make sure I have every single bag I'm happy with, and then that's it. I don't care. Almost everybody I've seen and talked to last cycle make that same mistake of rotating at the wrong time and thinking the cycle's going to keep going or this coin's going to do even better and getting burned somewhere along the line versus just being patient and taking profits into stables and just sticking to your plan. And when the bull market comes and everything's euphoric, people just start getting greedy and you just start drinking the Kool-Aid and your conservative plan. Next thing you know, you're degening, you're rotating around, and then you're stuck holding bags. So I'm not going to do that this cycle. I have we got another 2 months-ish till the halving. That's perfect. Gives you time. And the only thing I'm going to do is maybe get into some pre-sales. That's it. Maybe take a couple profits if they're really good, but I'm not buying anything that's on the market existing. So that's going to be my rule. I think that's will really help you guys if you can stick to that. If you're in a position where your bags are packed across the board and you can say, yeah, I'm pretty much good to go. I feel confident. I'm happy with what I got. Then yeah, that's definitely, I think, the best route. And it'll keep you like grounded, I think. Because when you start chasing and FOMOing into stuff, I don't know, you just start acting differently and you want to avoid that. So, and it's like with Flare, it's exactly like that. I was screaming. I've been talking about Flare ever since I started streaming, and especially once it dropped down under a penny here in the summertime. I was telling everybody to get it, stake it, start collecting your drops, but nobody cared because there was so much going on Pulsechain. There were PRC20s going crazy. There were meme coins going crazy on ETH. There's just other stuff pumping. So why the hell would you buy a coin that's just dumping? Why would I do that? When Pulsechain has so much upside, But now look at, if you had done it since October, you're now up. Let's see. You're now up over 6.5x. And Pulsechain did not do that from the bottom. So Flare's outperformed it now in the last 3 or 4 months, which is crazy to think about. So that's why to me, like, diversifying into the coins that I'm confident in, that I think are going to be the future. Obviously the degen plays, the AI, that's the narrative. It's fun, but I'm talking about, like, for the most part, just my favorite. These are all the coins I own. I mean, they're pretty solid coins in each narrative, like the gaming, the real world assets, the PRC20s. But that time's going to come with Algorand, with these stellar altcoins, with Velo. Same thing, Casper. Like, this thing's an absolute gem sitting here at under 4 cents. Same thing's going to happen that did with Flare. And there's 11% staking right now on the website. I've been doing it for a year at least. I think a year and a half almost. And I'm going to leave it there for another year. And I'm not going to touch it. And I'll probably sell 80% this bear market. And I'll keep 20%, 15% just in case we have the utility run that starts early, or the utility coins don't dip as much. But any of these degen plays, the AI coins, I'm going to be out of all of these again, for sure. I'm not holding any of them. The PRC 20s, Alien and PTGC, I don't know. Since they're different, they don't rely on human activity. The bots can keep them going. It might be a different plan, but a year from now, everything's going to be so much different. So I'm not even going to say, like, oh, I'm going to be doing this with PTGC and Alien, because I really don't know. Things could change. I might be holding all of it because it's paying so much in the future, or I might have taken profits to live. Like, I don't know. So these ones are new. We've never seen this technology before. It's not like, Flare and HEX and stuff that has been around. But I think the bear market is going to hit everything. I just don't see this bear market not being just as bad. Everyone has felt worse from 2017 to, 2022, 2018 to 2022. I just can't imagine this one not being as bad when people are predicting that 99% of cryptos are going to go away this cycle. So I just saw this headline earlier, and Kraken, they are plugged in with the beast. They are going to be working with FedNow, with CBDCs, with deposit tokens, stable coins, all that. So Kraken, they're not going anywhere. This is all just nonsense. And they have, I think, Kraken, I believe, and Gemini, I think, have like 4-year deals with the Department of Justice and like I think the FBI. I think, and they expire in 2025. I want to say it's early 2026, and that's going to be when they're just unleashed, and they're going to be allowed to be banks and custody assets. Coinbase is going to acquire a bank branch, I think, when we see collapses next month. I'm thinking. I think magically Coinbase is going to acquire a failing branch, because now we're seeing, coincidentally, the banks are screaming at Gary, it's not fair that we can't custody cryptos. It's not fair. So what a flip of the script that is right there. That crypto was scams and for hucksters and fraudsters, Bitcoin's for terrorists and money launderers. But it's not fair that we can't custody it. So I think the banks are going to be allowed to custody it, and they're just going to be mass consolidations to the big 8. And just squeezed up to the top slowly. And I think that's where it goes. And then when interest rates get cut in May, the economy goes down. The stock market starts to tank, I think. And that's when Bitcoin this summer probably starts to dip and retraces. Dominance starts to fall. And then it probably, hits 85 to 100K at the top. And everyone's saying, what the hell happened? And meanwhile, our altcoins are running like crazy. And the degen plays are where it's at. I'm playing the ratios. If Pulsechain only does a 25x, but we're playing the ratios. and you can double, triple your bag on with a 25x. Now all of a sudden it's a 50x, and that's where the gains are going to be. I don't think it's going to be as easy as just hodl and sell in a year from now. I think it's going to be extremely volatile, and if you're not playing the ratios in these and capitalizing on that and everything, the pre-sales, new projects, just getting into stuff early, I really don't think you're going to make more than a 50x on PulseX or HEX. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but I want to be conservative. I don't want to be the moon boy coming in, 50% below expectations. I'd rather have everything come in above. So, guys, this was hilarious. MicroStrategy's X account appears hacked with phishing message, at least 440 stolen. I mean, really? Twitter can't fix these problems. YouTube can't fix these problems. They don't know they're running these scams. It's like, come on. It's such a joke. And I think this is all part of the narrative that it's so risky, and we need our digital IDs. We need whatever's coming to prevent all this shit right here and stuff like this. Chris Larson got hacked. MicroStrategy's Twitter account, the SEC got hacked, putting out fake articles causing panic sells and buys, market manipulation. So we need whatever is coming to prevent this. That's what I think is happening. The Bifrost wallet. So yeah, guys, that's it for no. I didn't really have. Just wanted to come on and honestly just look at some charts here and see what was moving, because I did not have time today. Nakamoto almost back to $2. Let's go Sologenics. I just think Solo and XRP it's gonna be next cycle. Corium. I think Corium will do better because the Cosmos is really moving right now. So Solo, XRP, that Caparag, I think it might be a tough cycle for us, but you know what? We'll hang in there. Heck's about to rock it. I hope so. I'm ready for it. I've been loading up. PHEX up 6%. Wow, I can't believe the gap between PHEX and eHEX. I really thought they were going to trade a lot closer. I really did. That's pretty shocking to me that it's almost double the price. I just don't see I don't see that holding up. I see the eHEX is going to close that gap. It's going to be within like 20% in another 3 to 6 months. I just don't see when the big money comes in, they're going to look at these prices and say, all right, how am I not going to buy eHEX right here at half the price? But again, you got to be ready for anything and everything. Duck doing its thing. Bag. Yeah, I saw that. My boy Harley told me about Bag. But I think, yeah, up 28,000%. It got bought back up. 166K market cap. Too high. Too high for me. Sold all my PX for eHEX. It was free. Yeah. VX. Yeah, but it is, but it's not though. Like, let's check Etherscan right now and see what gas is. Because I claimed my Titan X last night for like $7. 26 right now. So yeah, it's not that much. But I get see, you know what? It's so ETH. This is what pisses me off about ETH, right? You think, all right, 26 is not bad. To do a swap's $28. So that's the problem. When the bull market comes, these numbers get so inflated. You know, oh wow, ETH glaze at 20, but you're still paying $30 for a swap. But you know what? But that's because the price of ETH is now at 3,100. I bet you though, it still is the same amount of ETH. You know what? The same point, whatever, 0.001 that you're spending is $31 now, but 6 months ago it was only $15 because of ETH. So I guess that's why it's so important to just have your ETH now sitting on chain for if you're gonna know you're gonna be making swaps and doing stuff on ETH. Put it over there now, because the actual amount of ETH I don't think really changes. It's just going to be the price. You're always going to find ETH down in like the mid low 20s at night times. You know, I only do stuff on ETH literally like Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. Like during the week, I don't even bother, to be honest with you. Like I just claimed my Titan X for the first time in like a month because ETH it's just so expensive. But yeah, I think that's the problem. And when ETH goes to 4K, that same 0.001, now that's $40 to do a swap. 5K, $50. And that's at low gas. So you double that. I mean, man, it's going to get expensive. And that's when people are going to start coming over to Pulsechain. They're going to start blowing up Metis, Arbitrum, Optimism, all the L2s, Polygon, even Binance. I mean, who the hell is going to use ETH? I mean, all it takes is one project to come. Colt, Pepe. Let's see. Who else? I don't know. Hedron's doing the merge. I mean, one project to say, yeah, we're going over migrating to Pulsechain. This gas is too much. Yeah, he fudded L2s because ETH sucks. Like his VMOM pumped like hell. Vitalik's mom, which is the meme over there on Metis. Here we go. VMOM. Yeah, it's still pumping. Look at this. There's more than doubled up in the last day, pretty much, day and a half. But that's, you know, it's going to come and go. You know, people are going to use ETH and then they're going to move over to the L2s. It's just a constant like cycle around. And I think as interoperability comes and we can move money across different chains easier, it's not going to really matter what chain you're operating on. It's going to matter how much liquidity is there, I think. And that's where we're going, to this interoperable world, interoperable realm. Hey guys, this is the last thing for tonight. I don't know if any of you guys saw this, but shout out to Wales. So I don't know if this was in Vegas or somewhere. It looks like the desert. So Elon launching one of his rockets. And, you know, everyone's just watching it, cheering it. You know, it's going. It keeps going. Keeps going. This guy's obviously got a Nikon P9, probably a P9000 by now. Still zooming in. Still going. Watch this, guys. Oh, no. What happened? Doink, doink. Oh, no. Whoop, whoop. What happened to the rocket? Oh, no. Wait, the rocket hit the firmament and blew up? No way. Wait, is that PTG? Is that a graze? Is that alien tokens that just came out of there? I think we just PTGC and alien tokens just fell out of the firmament right there. Did you see that? Right there. Alien and PTGC flying from the sky. So this is nuts. And the funniest thing is like the little gammas that come in the comment section. They're like, how come every time I go to a rocket launch, it disappears right here? I see near every launch from the Cape. Explain how I watch them go up until they disappear. Well, buddy, you don't have a P900 built into your eyes, you dumbass. You can't see that far. And it's usually cloudy over the ocean, and they arc, they don't go straight up. But this here was crystal clear, and he had the right camera to zoom in on it. Like, it's all gonna fall apart, guys. This shit's hilarious. Like, you could just go onto YouTube and just look like amateur rocket launch and see what happens. It sounds like it goes into like a pool of jelly or something. When they go up, they just get stuck. It's like, Droom! And it's wild. I don't know how this one like exploded, because the one that I saw last time, it just literally sounded like it hit a giant jellyfish I mean, but that is wild looking. Like, what are they going to say? How are they going to spin that? You know, we had a malfunction aboard. Really? Well, what was this before here? It starts scraping and it looks like water ripples right there. Like, it looks like I'll bet you if you like took ice and put water above it and from below and threw a baseball at it or something, it would look something like that. I mean, that's wild. So there we go, guys. Some food for thought for you. The firmament is real. It's out there, and our coins are going there. So smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I'll be traveling tomorrow. Got a couple meetings, so no stream tomorrow night. We'll be back Tuesday, I believe, with Chaos Chris, DGen, Gem Hunter, and Goo God. So that should be an awesome one. And yeah, when Texaco ASAP. As soon as I have the money, as soon as I can buy land and build infrastructure, it's on. So as soon as this bull market's here. All right, guys. Appreciate all you that were here. Stressful Struggle, Clintrons, Caparanga, Ocean Breeze, DJ Knight, ANX the crypto space, Crypto Nakamoto, droning on and on again. Yo, Mammy, Hex Glenn, Lloyd Little, Bobby. You guys are the best. We'll see you Tuesday.